Rachel Dolezal has risen anger. Although I respect your anger, I cannot feel it nor see it. Growing up, the images of beauty flashing from the television screen usually involved a European. Blonde hair, blue eyes, slender and 5'5". I remember walking into a store excited to ask my mother if she'd buy me a European doll. I recall weeping, hoping one day those European features would become mine and I would fit the standard of beauty. I wanted to dye my hair a bright blonde. I wanted to wear hazel contacts. I wanted to look exactly like a European. And this all stemmed from ignorance. So I pay homage to my roots because otherwise I would have bleached my skin. I'd have all white friends and no connections with blacks. I'd end up saying, who cares about slavery? And no one would ask why. To resemble a European is accepted, but for Rachel, resembling an African is pathetic. It's an identity crisis. To want to be African is like wanting to become parasitic because we are infectious. Quoted by Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, on Halloween, a select few will dress up as Africans and desecrate our attributes, heritage, and attitudes. If upset, the European resorts to negative comments such as, take your monkey ass back to Africa. We don't want you on our land if you can't respect the freedom you've been given through Lincoln and the Emancipation Proclamation. What's your purpose of being here? The fact my brothers, Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, Martin Lee Anderson, witnessed death at the hands of another man and still be no consequences, only paid vacations, lets me know Africans are still at the bottom of the totem pole and no one is fighting for us. All the while holding the expectancy for European beauty. Any ounce of appreciation from my people will be manipulated as you are racist. And see, this is where I get angry. I've watched you obliterate my people throughout time. I've watched you steal our culture without consent, without credit. I've seen you lynch my babies and burn my men alive, rape my sister and infect my mother with disease. I've seen you bleed my home of its resources. Forgive me, this is where I get angry. You came from Africa. And as you were still noted as a zygote, we were already in the Americas. As you were still trying to figure how to operate your phallus, we were building nations. So I'm not upset with Rachel. Because as a little girl growing up, aspiring to be European, Rachel was looking for me in the store. Rachel wanted to dye her hair brown, and Rachel wanted all black friends and wanted to tan her skin, and she wanted to practice the natural slang and be accepted as an African. She noticed a rich and authentic culture and decided to live her years as me.